This week on the BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Series. It's the biggest event in collegiate bass fishing, the 11th annual BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by BoatUS. From Lake Pickwick in Florence, Alabama, where 320 of the top collegiate anglers in the U.S. and Canada have gathered to battle it out for the trophy, the prizes, and the right to be called champions.
BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Champion. BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship. Y'all put your hands together for them.
North Carolina State University, Murray State.
Georgia, congratulations, guys. As your national champion.
The BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by BoatUS is the biggest title in collegiate fishing. Win this one, and your name is etched into history. And for the 5th consecutive year, the championship returns to Florence, Alabama and Lake Pickwick, this time with 320 anglers representing 84 college and university campuses from both the United States and Canada. Folks, these are the best of the best, and they've qualified to be here, and now they're hoping to cash in on part of the $16,500 purse. To win on Pickwick, you need to be versatile, but during the summer months, it's all about fishing the deep ledges where big schools of bass congregate en masse.
Tennessee River to me is probably some of the best bass fishing in the world, especially largemouth fishing. I mean, from one end to the other, from up at where I live at on the beginning of it, up around Fort Loudon, all the way down to the Kentucky Dam. There's more bass in that stretch of river than anywhere else in the world.
When the TVA is pulling water, fishing is good, with the current setting the bass up on the deep ledges. No current and the fish disperse, making them hard to locate and catch.
I think on day one, I think if you really want to be up there, I think you've got to go deep and fish the ledges because they've really started moving out there. And from what it seems like, not that many ledges are holding bass right now, but if you can find some of the ones that are, they're on there.
It'll probably be one somewhere out on the ledge on the main river just because the big ones will get out there and they'll school up, and it only takes 5 minutes on this lake. You can take 5 minutes and you can have 20, 25 pounds.
It's hard to get on them, but when you're on them pretty good.
In addition to the championship, the race for the BoatUS School of the Year is also heating up. With double points available and the season winding down, the University of Alabama has a small lead over the hometown favorites and defending School of the Year, the University of North Alabama.
Tight race right now. We're in first, barely. I think what is like 20 points or something like that, 22 points. So we're really gonna have to bring our A game the next 2 days to keep that #1 spot.
With that goal of School in the Year in mind, a win would be the most important thing in the world to us right now.
Winning the tournament's a huge thing, but School of the Year to us I think is a little bit more important. So day one for us would definitely be a loss if we're not in the top 10.
So there it is. The stage is set for the 11th annual BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by BoatUS. You can keep up with the BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Series on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook. Give us a like, and we'll keep you up to date on the latest in collegiate bass fishing. Coming up, we'll take a look at the highlights from the Ranger Cup University Challenge from the famed Bienville Plantation. BoatUS is title sponsor of this championship event, and they'd like to let you know that if you ever break down on the water or on the road, they can help. And now they're just one call away with the all-new BoatUS app. Learn more at BoatUS.com. We'll be right back with more from the BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Series.
It's in our stomping grounds and our playground. It's in our sights and our commitment. It's in him, it was in them, and it will continue with her. It's in my nature. Is it in yours?
Everybody knows somebody that just seems to have things go wrong around him. And for me, it's my good buddy Z when he heads to the water. It's like a black cloud follows this guy around. He runs out of gas, locks his keys in the car, or worse, has a flat tire coming to him from the water. But old Z's a pretty sharp guy. He relies on BoatUS in those situations where something goes wrong.
BoatUS has the finest low-cost boat insurance and the largest fleet of towboats ready to assist you 24/7. Visit BoatUS.com.
Engineered to excel, the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series are built for the ultimate ownership experience. It's a commitment to excellence packed with real-world advantages and exclusive features. Experience the accelerated performance standards of the legendary Ranger Z series. From first light to last cast, they're put together to set you apart. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here.
The ultimate predator has evolved again. Now, Yamaha VMAX SHO Performance is prowling the waters in 4 hungry, exciting new models. With their 4 valves per cylinder and double overhead cam fuel-injected design, these advanced 4-stroke Predators are taking performance to a whole new level. Vicious, lean, efficient. VMAX SHO. The pack is growing.
Some days, the biggest rush of all is feeling really, really small.
The Cabela's Collegiate Bass Fishing Series is brought to you in part by Cabela's. It's in your nature. By Towboat US. Take us with you on the water. And by Ranger Boats. Still building legends one at a time.
Today we're at the Benville Plantation for our Ranger Cup University Challenge, and it's a ton of fun. We're excited to be here in particular. We've done this event at several places over the last couple of years, but nothing quite like the experience that Benville offers the anglers today.
We're here in Florida at the famed Bienville Plantation, where the 2 top qualifying teams from both the BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship and the FLW College Fishing National Championship are competing head-to-head in a winner-take-all tournament sponsored by Ranger Boats.
You know, part of the package that each team has won is, you know, getting to come here and experience this. You know, they're fishing for $2,000 at the end of the line. It's just a, you know, I don't know that as a college guy, I've been there, you know, that you could ask for much better. I think it's a really cool experience for both of the teams involved today.
It's my first time here. I've heard a lot about it, seen TV shows, seen all kinds of stuff, giant bass being caught down here, and looking forward to a great weekend of catching some big fish.
We've got 2 schools competing here, the University of Alabama and Liberty University. Both schools have qualified through major national championships to get to this point.
After qualifying, both teams received an all-expenses-paid trip to Florida, where they'll compete in 2 brand-new Ranger boats.
The boats that we're going to use here at the Bienville Plantation is kind of our flagship aluminum boat. It's our RT 188, and it has a huge spacious front deck, ample amount of storage to make your day on the water easier. One thing that's kind of neat is there's a lot of small canals and shallow grass beds, and these RT series boats are quite frankly perfect for that.
It's nice, especially for these kind of lakes with the aluminum. It just fits. It'll be perfect for that kind of situation. Just drop a trolling motor. It's not trying to go for speed in this situation, but it'll definitely be a sturdy boat for this kind of fishing.
The format of this event is pretty cool. We basically are going to alternate between some of the best lakes that are on the property. Every fish that they catch above 14 inches is going to count.
It seems like if you want to win this thing, you want to go for numbers.
We'll start at least.
You know, everything looks fishy, whether it be grass points, thick cover, you know, maybe some open water stuff. You know, there'll be numerous applications for both teams to be able to utilize here on these lakes, but I'm looking forward to just seeing some big fish caught.
Fishing head-to-head, teams are looking for the highest total weight they can catch within each session. A recent cold front has these Florida bass lockjawed and forcing anglers to reach deep into their bag of tricks.
We said that the last 2 fish.
I think it says a ton about the skill level of these collegiate anglers to be able to qualify through, you know, I think a lot of these tournaments involve 200 plus boats, and it's not just one event. There's a series of qualifying events, and what it really boils down to is these teams over the you know, series of 4 or 5 events were on their game every single day.
It's keeper. They count.
At the end of the first session, it was the University of Alabama on top with a nearly 4-pound lead over the team from Liberty.
Started out okay for us, and then it really slowed down, so I'm hoping maybe there's a little mid-morning lull and we'll be able to catch them pretty good in the second session.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a monster.
That's not as big as we thought, but it'll do.
Keeper. He's a keeper.
Nice.
I feel like catching that 3 to 5 pound fish range and keeping it consistently going is going to be the real key to this, unless we find some schoolers or something like that. But I don't think the 2-pounders are really going to play as big a factor as they would in some other places because the lake is just that good. 212? Yeah, so that's big. That's a real big one. God, that's a giant. Yeah!
That's the Lake Lewisville fish right there. 612. That is a good one.
All right, congratulations everybody. University of Alabama, on behalf of Ranger Boats, $2,000. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being a part of Ranger Cup University.
Congrats, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Most people are used to contingency programs by boat companies. The first thing is you have to have the boat. Usually you have to go buy an expensive boat new to be eligible. But Ranger Cup University program, you don't have to own a Ranger, you don't have to fish out of a Ranger. All you have to do is put the Ranger logos on your jersey, go online, sign up, takes less than 5 minutes, and then at the end of every year when you need to renew, you just go online, log in, click renew, and you're done.
For information on the Ranger Cup University Challenge, visit rangerboats.com. We'd also like to thank our hosts at the Bienville Plantation. Coming up, we'll get back to Florence, Alabama and Lake Pickwick for the 2016 BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Cabela's. Stay close.
There's 2 things between an angler and the fish, the sun and the bugs. Sawyer's line of sunscreens and bug sprays keep you focused on the fish. Sawyer's Stay Put sunscreen formula bonds with your skin for a more comfortable and better level protection. And picaridin insect repellent will only harm the bugs, never your fishing gear. Also, Sawyer permethrin repels and kills on contact over 55 species of insects. You're already outdoors, Sawyer keeps you there.
You put the cool in life. We put the cool in coolers. Arctic Ice.
Bass Angler Magazine brings you more. If you want to learn the latest techniques, win your next bass tournament, or simply catch more bass, then Bass Angler Magazine is for you. From California to Florida, finesse to frogging, Bass Angler Magazine is jam-packed with how-to information from the world's best pros. Published every season, Bass Angler Magazine is crammed with fresh new articles designed to help anglers of all levels learn more and catch more bass. Sign up at bassanglermag.com today. Bass Angler is also available at your local Cabela's.
The Cabela's Collegiate Bass Fishing Series is brought to you in part by Yamaha Marine. Reliability starts here. Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. And by Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited to have the Cabela's BoatUS Collegiate National Championship Fishing Tournament here. We're delighted to have over 300 college kids from all over the United States and Canada right here in Florence, Alabama, fishing Pickwick and Wilson Lake.
You know, we're here in Florence, Alabama at Pickwick for the Cabela's Collegiate Championship. Always an exciting place to be, great fishery. And you know, the championship that we've been a part of for 11 years now is always exciting. You know, the best of the best college kids come in, test their skills, and it's always an exciting 2 days of competition.
The week kicks off with registration night, where anglers are treated to a big meal and plenty of sponsor giveaways.
The way that ACA puts on their tournaments is great. It's well organized. Really treats the anglers well. We all enjoy it.
It's a great event from top to bottom. I think it's the best college event out there.
It's just a good event, and you see that you get to see such a diverse, background of you've got teams coming all the way from Canada, teams from the West Coast. It's just neat that the common ground that the sport provides for guys with all kinds of different walks and backgrounds.
And the way the tournaments are run, these collegiate tournaments, I feel like they're the best, most well-run tournaments I've ever fished in. Everything from the banquets and the meals to some of the prizes and stuff given away, it just makes it for a fun experience. My dad says that we're living his dream, and I've heard many other adults say that they wish they had this when they were in college.
Tonight is Yamaha Appreciation, and we've got all the anglers coming in. We've got pizza to feed them. We've got over $5,000 in prizes to award. Ranger's been kind enough to provide us 4 boats with our Yamaha 250 shows on it for demo rides. And on top of all that, as you can see behind me, we got a casting contest going on.
Hey, we got the casting contest right here, and I'll tell you what, these kids are pretty good. The best guy, as you go through these stations, you know, it's the least number of casts you can make. There's 3 stations, and there's a guy that got a 3. I mean, 1, 1, and 1. I mean, you can't do any better than that. It doesn't matter who you are. So it's fun, though. These kids are good fishermen and great being around, and I just enjoy being out here.
What's going through your mind right now? We know the score you've got to beat to get in here, and it's definitely doable. I've seen you handle these rod and reels. You're very smooth. You're very confident with them, so that's got to give you some confidence going into this.
Yes, sir. We live on the Coosa River down in East Alabama, and we do a lot of flipping, a lot of pitching, and I practiced a lot when I was small in our downstairs room flipping in a coffee cup, so I guess it's finally paying off.
This is the shot to tie to force a flip off for the final first place. All right, we've got a winner. We've had Ranger demo rides. We've had Garmin out, running around showing Panoptics. We gave away more Cabela's gift cards than most of these guys can spend. We've given away prizes across the board. We're going to donate. We've got tons of prizes here. Let's talk to our first place winner here. Come on over. How you feeling right now, buddy?
To be honest, I flipped through here the first time, didn't do real well, and I thought about not even doing the second time, but that's how I qualified for this round, so glad I did.
That's what practice and all this is about. You know, we've got one more day to go out there. You've cleaned up on a lot of prizes already. Well, how's your practice going so far?
It's going really tough, so to win this was kind of nice. But our coach, we actually have to do a flipping contest to qualify for the team, so that was good practice for this too.
You guys have a great program. Tell me a little bit about your program overall.
Our program, it's fantastic. Our coach is one of the biggest helps because he just does so much for us. And then McHenry too, they pay for our gas, hotel room, food, everything. It's living the dream, really.
Living the dream. To learn how you can be a part of the action, visit CollegiateBassChampionship.com. Coming up, we'll head to launch and get day 1 of the 11th annual BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Cabela's underway. Stay with us.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all's sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
I promise to be ready, anytime. I promise to love the sport just as much as you do. I promise to always be flexible. I promise to pull my weight, and then some. I am Trilene, and I promise to never give up. Built with innovation, fueled by passion. Berkeley Trilene, America's most trusted fishing line.
Gill that I've used for the last 5 years has been a far superior product than anything else on the market.
The main thing that's really important to me is me being dry. I've been wearing gill suits now for 3 years and never once have I gotten wet.
When I talk about Sunline, I think of one word, confidence.
Sunline FX2 is what I use for all of my frogging and flipping.
S61 braid, which braid plays a big part in fishing line.
Shooter, I'm going to use in those close quarter deals like flipping and pitching.
One of my favorite techniques in fishing the tournament trail is to fish offshore ledges.
We have taken the questions out of the equation.
Take my word for it. It works. It works, dude.
We're going to try out this new folding fillet knife from Bow Blade on these big grouper. We're going to try to gut them and see how this thing works. Oh man, like butter. I mean, that doesn't get any easier. Golly, unbelievable. Right through like butter. I love the new gut knife from Bubba Blade. It's compact. The best of all, it's like a pocket knife, man. You just close that thing up and put it away. Love it. Great little knife.
The Cabela's Collegiate Bass Fishing Series is brought to you in part by Mustang Survival, saving lives since 1967. Gill, technical fishing gear. By Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram. And by Gemini Jerseys, the leader in custom fishing apparel.
All right, anglers, welcome to the 2016 BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championships. Hope you have a great day on the water. Bring us back lots of big bass. We're excited to see what you bring in. We're going to start off with boat number 1 today. From the University of North Alabama, we've got Colby and John.
Currently 4th in the standings, the University of North Alabama are 2-time Cabela's School of the Year recipients, and they're looking to make it 3 in a row.
Definitely not going to try to pound on them too hard the first day. That way we can have some fish the next day. But we're going to have we have a smaller school fish. We're going to try to catch most of them out of that and then try to go catch a kicker or two out of our bigger schools.
Day 1 of the 2016 BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Cabela's is underway. As all 160 boats launch onto Lake Pickwick, we'll stay with the University of North Alabama. They managed to get on an early bite. They already have 4 in the live well.
Fishing a shell bed, about 10 foot of water. He caught one on a crankbait early as soon as we pulled up. I've caught 2 on a shaky head. He pulled that last one up on the drop shot.
Fishing on their home water, the UNA has 3 teams qualified for this event. They're banking on their local knowledge to give them an edge over the rest of the field. Fishing a drop shot from over the bow is Martin McCravey, and it doesn't take long to get a hook into fish number 5.
Oh, yes. Put that rod down. Stop down. Come on, get this rod. What point was he sitting on?
On the blue one.
What?
The blue one. Came straight out. 5-pounder. It's just been so tough with all the
pressure,
boat pressure out there.
UNA's been on it. They've been really on them at Gunnersville this last week, and I felt like, you know, we're gonna have to make a big standing this week, especially with it being double points right now, this next tournament. So we got to get on them, and because I know those guys catch them here every year.
This is Kyle Alford and Joe Marty from Mississippi State.
Have to go out there and catch them, but we're ready to get out there. Been waiting. It's been a long practice period, so we're ready to get out.
I just hope we can keep the ball rolling. We're coming off of just a third place finish in the FLW last week. We know how to get it done. We know what to do. It's just, it's gonna be a lot of people fishing around a lot of boats, and hopefully we can get it done this morning.
You got him?
Yeah. A little one, I got him.
Little one.
Finally feels good to break the ice.
This is both of ours first year to be on the team, and first meeting we went to this year, the president said, "Hey, listen, you know, we finished 7th in school of the year this year, and in this last year, so our goal going into this season was to get in the top 5. Now that we've got a chance of actually winning it, I mean, it's really important to us now."
It's really just a waiting game right now. Really couldn't believe we were able to get on this school. We really figured there'd be 5 or 6 boats on it. We graphed over them. There's plenty of them down there. And right now we're just trying to get lined up. And I think once we get lined up, try a few things, and we should be able to get these to eat. They're down there pretty good.
Moving on, we'll check in with the current leaders in the Cabela's School of the Year standings. Alabama University's Leland Johnson and Caden Sinclair.
We're going to run down south and hopefully get on some fish that are on the ledge. We found a few fish in practice, and they weren't necessarily the biggest fish, but we're hoping that some bigger ones moved in, and we'll be able to catch them this morning.
Get the net. Get the net.
Good one?
Yeah. It's not a white bass. I don't think it is. It's a stud.
That's a good one. What's
Stud.
that one? There's a good one.
That's a good start right there.
Another boy. Good job.
Keep us on that. Keep us right there.
That's fish number 1 for Leland and Caden, and the University of Alabama is on the board. Join us next week when we return to Lake Pickwick for the rest of Day 1 competition from the 2016 BoatUS Collegiate Bass Fishing Championship presented by Cabela's. A big thanks to the City of Florence, Alabama for hosting this event 5 years in a row. If you're planning a trip to the region, check out visitflorenceal.com. The Cabela's Collegiate Bass Fishing Series is a Carico TV production. Thanks for watching.